Today we're working on the $50,000 bathroom remodel. Some of you might be wondering, how does this cost $50,000? We have this nice quartz right here that looks like marble across the vanity, up over this, and has a waterfall effect down into the shower. That in itself costs $5,000. Additionally, we have custom cabinetry, and there's gonna be another piece right along this wall as well. That right there costs around $3,000. Also, there'll be 3 custom doors. One right here, and then one for the toilet. Each one of those doors are custom and they have to be stained and then installed. To do that, that costs around $5,000. Also, we put in this window to cast a little more light into the shower. To do all this, we had to redo the plumbing. The shower pan was originally over here. We had to move it over here. Also, we had all new electrical done in this room. When you start adding up the costs, it gets up there pretty darn quick. Last but not least, we're gonna be laying the lacing for in between the tile. And we took subway tile and cut it down to 1 inch by 1 inch sections. So what we're gonna focus on today is taking this mosaic tile that we already cut down into strips and lay it in between. So it'll look a little something like this once it's done. We got to do this all the way back up and through here. All that takes a lot of time and you have to pay somebody to lay that. It's about $60 an hour to have somebody laying down all those pieces in between, doing all this tile work, and every hour that's spent on this. What are you doing here, slacker? Damn slacking. So he's already got the whole area where the toilet goes done and slowly working on to the main area. How long have you been working on this?
4 hours, 5 hours. Gives it nice and smooth. Makes a little bit of a mess, but easy to come back and clean up. You want to have just enough mud where when you press it, it comes up through slightly.
So what he's doing right now is coming through and putting in thin set where the mosaic's gonna be laid. And he evens it out using this putty knife right here, then lays down the mosaic, and then he goes through and uses this rubber float to help level it out. So before we can continue to lace the tile with the mosaics here, we're gonna go ahead and install the doors. So we already installed 2. We have one for the entryway, we have one for the toilet, and next we're gonna put in the one for the closet. Unfortunately, y'all missed the first 2, so we'll get you the 3rd one. We're all done hanging the doors in the bathroom. The old man just got done grouting the tiles that we have done so that later the plumber can come in and set the toilet. Next we're gonna be working on finishing the tiling for the shower. That way later we can have somebody come in, measure for the glass door so that we can get that installed. I'll be working on finishing some trim pieces for this cabinet and also the backsplash. Alright, so far everything's going well. Got grout through the areas where we laced the mosaic at. That's all cleaned up. I'm currently working on the trim pieces. We had to hold off on the Schluter and the backsplash because they didn't have any Schluter at Home Depot. Anyways, we're continuing on with the shower. One little tip with laying tile for a shower is that if you're going up this direction, if you exceed 12 inches, you want to do a method that's called buttering. Right here, you can see that he already has some thin set on the back. And what you do is put thin set, coat it on, then you go ahead and place some thin set on the back side of the tile so that when you push it together, it seals. And what it does is it makes it a stronger hold so that the tile doesn't end up falling off. Alright, overall today was a pretty successful day. The old man went ahead and got all the tile laid for the shower. He's currently lacing in some mosaics right now, and trim pieces are put up on the cabinets. So now that we're done with that, I'm gonna go kick my nephew's butt in MX versus ATV. I'm gonna apologize in advance. Brandon is gonna get smoked in some MX versus ATV. It's tradition that whenever I'm here, I have to play him in it. How are you gonna do today, Brandon? He hopes and dreams. Here we go. Let's go time. Brandon, how are you feeling?
I feel like I'm gonna win.
He says that every time and then he just gets smashed. Who thinks who's gonna win? Trevor? Trevor thinks winning. CJ? Alright. Lynn?
You. Yeah, you.
Alright. Yeah,
No
see,
way.
consensus is that I'm gonna kick Brandon's butt. He's been practicing all week. It doesn't get better than this. I'm player 2, he's troll. No, troll wins.
Oh, and
Oh,
the backflip.